Hey all, we're jumping in just a tiny bit early today, on account of Q behaving unusually well. So that's wonderful. No wait for the match to start. Now I haven't taken a look yet at the layout for this. I don't know the round scorings or the available bonus tiles, but what I do know that did not appear on screen because I wasn't broadcasting just yet, was that these Anna FL and this other player, C. Bergerac, those two players have incredibly low ratings at this game, whereas Super Cool Fred, in all his super coolness, has an extremely high one. Not quite as high as us, but not too far off. So that's just going to be something to keep in mind as we go forward in this, that one of our opponents we can expect to be our primary opponent and be really on their game throughout. The other two may wind up being, incidental distractors, and we can't count on them to be as consistent in their moves. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's available. Okay, immediate things I noticed. Lots and lots of money cards available. In fact, every single bonus card that has coins printed on it is sure enough right there in the pool. And only 2 scoring cards in, the dwelling scoring and shipping scoring. Illusion, if you're there already, this one may make you happy because this is about as perfect as it comes in setup for the mermaids. Okay, no mermaids. That possibility has been killed already. Let's look at round scorings. So we have a little more Cult of Air emphasis than is typical. And a little less, certainly a lot less Earth, and essentially no focus on the Fire Cult either. I know that there is this reward, but this reward is always kind of fake. On round 5, people usually don't have enough power tokens left in their pool to accept all that power, and it's a lot less impactful for the price you pay to get it than any of the other cult rewards. Like a spade is much better than 4 power. I know you look right here at the power action on the board and you see 4 power for a spade. Surely these are equal worth. Well, no. In fact, power gained is only half of effectiveness because 4 power can only rotate 2 tokens to the top bowl. So this is half a spade if you get to trade it at the efficient rates pictured here, which you may well not to get to. So this is worth quite a lot less than the other cult rewards. Really, we're just looking at these first 4. What have we got in? Okay. So, alchemists, gone. Mermaids, regrettably, are gone. How do we want to handle this? So it's quite plausible that what we want to do here is just toss in the engineers as a generically strong faction that, can hope to oppose darklings. This is not a particularly good sequencing for engineers by any stretch. But, we'd be happy to play them in 4th chair, particularly starting out with this spade card is very nice. And then also on top of that, there's the Warblings will be slow to take an Earth 1 favor, so we could still grab it in 4th chair with any race. That's because Swarmlings should be opening on their stronghold, particularly on this stronghold scoring for round 1. Another nice option might have been the Nomads, but those are gone from us. Really, all of the things that I would have been excited to play here have disappeared. So, so much for that. Our opponents have surgically killed all the cool options. We'll just throw in the engineers because they're good. Okay, if I'm being real, this is about as good as we could ever expect the Chaos Magicians to be. with the Stronghold Sanctuary scoring on round 1 and access to the Spade bonus tile in 4th chair. But, well, that's not true. We would actually want the Stronghold Sanctuary scoring bonus card in here too. So it's not even as good as we could hope for them to be. Yeah, we'll just chuck in Engineers. There's maybe some argument for running Witches too, but I'm not particularly enamored. I actually think they're one of my weaker races, relative to how well they perform in the hands of others. So, what do we want to play here? Well, we could realistically be persuaded to play any of these latter 3 at the right point price. As I've mentioned, it's kind of okay for Engineers, but nothing particularly wonderful. They may suffer a small amount from the lack of workers on their bonus tiles, but also that could prove a little bit limiting for the Darklings as well. Darklings typically looking for extra workers on the first turn, because otherwise they only start with enough to build a temple, then pass. Of course, there is the opening available for them where they take the Priest bonus tile and then execute this power action. And then if they do both of those things, that does let them build 2 dwellings post-temple. Okay, this is insane. I don't really... What even is going on here? This is our more, or at least our higher rated opponent, the one much more closely rated to ourselves that we're actually worried about defeating. Other 2, who knows what's what. But to have 2 people jump on races that aren't the Darklings for 30 is, that is showing a lot of confidence in this C. Bergerac person to bid me down on Darklings, because I would be super happy to play Darklings for 30 here. Not always the case in that, oh my god, I could do it. What? So, Engineers actually could give Darklings a run for their money here. That's definitely possible. Because Engineers, they should, they will have this excellent Spade bonus card. And should have not too much trouble getting off a relatively solid start. There is a worry if we play Darklings in this matchup that we will have little to no power leech early. Right, you can sort of imagine the Engineers will start over here with us. But Swarmlings and Fakirs are going to want to do all their business over here, so unless we're willing to jump in, it could be a little bit of a trickier road getting the power we want. But I think we can make something happen. Before we sign on Darklings for 30, let's go ahead and take a look at Snellman's stats on these races. So Fakirs are terrible. I will be shocked if they do not rank at the bottom on this. Oh, if I mischecked? Whoopsie, yeah, I missed the Darklings. There we go. Okay. So, statistically, Engineers actually coming out on top on this matchup. That doesn't surprise me the most. It doesn't surprise me the most just because there's, Engineers actually statistically perform about as well as Darklings if Witches aren't in there to screw them up. But, Yeah, no, well, there we go. 29 on Engineers. Now, this other fellow can take Darklings for 30 if he wants it. You know, she can fall asleep if she wants. I mean, actually, don't fall asleep, Anna. I take it back. That'll be really boring for all the rest of us. Yeah, now this super cool Fred's gonna have to think through, cause I think he must have noticed the Engineer's actually looking pretty good here. So this is quite the gambit being offered. Okay, and he did sign on Darklings for 30. So we wound up in this configuration. Let's hope it serves us well. Yeah, not a lot of bonus tile points. It is true. And in particular, early bonus tile points are going to be short for engineers and Darklings both. Because neither one of us is going to want to jack up our shipping soon. And, well, actually, Darklings tend to be a little slow on getting their dwellings out because they're so determinedly getting strongholds and sanctuaries. But I think I like the engineers in this matchup. We should be able to leech more power than we would have as Darklings. I think we can get some through Swarmlings on this post. And maybe Fakirs if they come up here quickly. And then they would presumably attempt to carpet fly across to the right. It's sort of the normal Fakir pattern in this. Alright, Illusion. You pleased that we're not on Darklings? Hopefully it works out. That's quite the gambit we're taking. So we're going to have to place 2 dwellings, and I think we're happy to sign on to both of these adjacencies. Choo-choo, choo-choo, there it goes. Yeah, Darklings are, I think Darklings are actually a pretty high skill cap race to use. But they're, if you screw it up badly, then they're not nearly so punishing as many races. You know, you kind of never get in a hard spot where you can't terraform nearly as many things as you want. Like, you can always do something. Alright, so this is interesting. We know we're going to get a lot of power in through here. And we may make the Darklings player's life very difficult if we execute a double dig on this space. Because if they start in these 2 posts, then they're going to be looking to upgrade shipping only extremely late. Fakirs, of course, can't upgrade shipping. And Swarmlings can do their Megatown thing and may not want too much shipping until late anyhow. So, like, this shipping card could be really available to us, is the point that I'm trying to make here. Alright, that is a spicy pick for a Swarmling start. I think what that does on net the most is it hurts the Fakirs, and it actually helps us. Okay, yeah, now we know we can do a big power triad here, and then I also get the leech from the Darklings, whereas other people, no other player is going to be in a position to absorb as much. So this is just wonderfully strong. If we start on this spade, then in order to hit our ideal engineer's opening of 2 temples and a dwelling, we are still going to need to produce a worker, and that's about it. And actually, the Darklings player is going to want to start on the priest and take this power action in order to get 2 dwellings down after the temple. But maybe we can cut this as our worker source if we do that really, really early, and then that could be a huge problem for Darklings player. Really, really big for them. And yeah, then we would be in awesome shape. The Darklings would be in much less awesome shape. What we need to be careful about is connection could be challenging. Because the Swarmlings have started here, so they're going to be gunning for these spots to make a town. You know, if they take off this wall, then how do we connect? Nominally, we could try and come high around here and connect across this direction. But there are definite ways for this to be bad for us. So we're going to have all the power in the world. We just have to make sure we get our connections somehow. And as long as that happens, then sure. Fakirs also won't have anywhere near as much access to low terraform space takes as they usually would. Usually they would want to start here and here for that, so that if they terraform just, you know, like a couple spots, then they can carpet fly here, carpet fly here, make this into a town, carpet fly here, 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 here. Like, they usually get by on not having to terraform much, but given their starting placements, that is not going to be the case. So it's really going to be a game of racing the swarmlings to get this space, or both of these spaces. If we can do that, things should work out. So, Illusion, last stream you elicited from me a promise that I would play War of the Ring against you on stream if your friend set up a client. I still stand by that, but I have made some progress on setting up something of my own towards that end. I'm not going to be coding my own War of the Ring client. That's kind of a needlessly large amount of work just for some streams of it. But I have managed to secure an IRL partner, and I'm starting work on a stream setup so that if nothing else, I can bring War of the Ring content to you all. Just showing me playing the board game. I'll set up some webcams around the board so you can see people's hands and the board state. And I can sort of narrate through what's happening in the Lord of the Rings reenactment universe. Alright, Darklings did start on the Priest. Not too hard to predict that. Pretty happy about seeing the Swarmlings start on this, mostly because if it isn't giving them extra power, then it's not helping them in their quest to beat me to whichever spaces I need, you know? This is very much going to be connection focused for us in the early game, as I've said already. We can make that happen, it should be okay. Alright, Fakir's just took the coins. Interesting. We're getting fed all of the power. Darklings aren't going to get any power at all unless they throw a priest on the cult tracks or they use a 2 or higher rank favor to advance them across this line. So there's no danger of them cutting this action on their next move from us. So we can, even though this is the power action that we want, we can completely in good conscience upgrade this right here and not worry about taking it just yet. Okay, well, if he's making progress, then maybe by the time I get around to it, I won't have to worry about setting up the IRL version with all the webcams. I was a little excited for it, though. We could have played some nice Fellowship of the Ring soundtrack. You know, break out some leafy things and some lambas bread. Maybe I'll dress up like Galadriel. For the record, if I do wind up doing the version that's not against you online, then I will be playing the Free Peoples against this other opponent. They've already chosen Shadow, which makes some sense. Shadow is statistically favored. Alright, Fakir's grabbed an Earth 1 favor. Okay. Let's see what the Swarmlings do on this, because the Swarmlings, you know, I could be cut off of an Earth 1 favor completely if everyone wants to do it. It would just necessitate the Swarmlings making a much worse start than their usual, and also skipping this 5 points. Like, they have every incentive not to cut me off from Earth 1 here, so I don't think it's gonna happen, but we'll see. Yes, a bid system is what gets utilized in tournament. Okay, we have the Swarmlings double dig already, and this has been cut from us, so we are gonna have to get a little trickier for connecting. Okay, Darklings have grabbed the Earth 2 favor. And of course they grabbed Earth 2 because now that gives them the one power that magically allows them to take this action. But that also means that I'm in no danger of losing Earth 1 anymore because Darklings can't get it this round. So now, again, I'm not in super happy mode for connecting, but maybe something can be sorted there later. In the meantime, we're just gonna start on what we have in front of us, and we're gonna cut this power action away to be massive jerks to the Darklings. Because they're probably our main competition, especially now that we've been cut away like this. So let's seal this off, and then we will have the 4 workers necessary to go upgrade temple, upgrade TP, upgrade temple, and then also dig and build a dwelling. And we even get to carry an extra worker into the next round, which is good because we're only going to have an income of 2 workers for the next round. 1 from an Earth 2 favor and 1 from what's visible on those. So yeah, really this is, again, working out okay outside of some real connection issues. Swarmlings don't have the hardest connection ever, but they will need 3 shipping to link up here. There's no, like, unless they dig across and then triple dig this, they're not going to be able to do it on less than 3 shipping. Hello, AP. Yeah, I'm not going to say all the numbers. Unless you have something otherwise for me to refer to you by, I'll just be calling you AP. But it's nice to meet you. Welcome to the stream. Is Earth 1 important for engineers here? So, Earth 1 is, Earth 1, there's kind of a raging debate about Earth 1 in this game. Like, some people say it's overpowered. The statistics actually don't back that up. It's actually pretty rare that Earth 1 is the best first favor for you to take. But it's almost never that much worse than the best option, and it's not bad on anybody. So, kind of the way that shakes out is why Earth 1 going so popularly and fast is eminently reasonable. So statistically, Earth 1 is the 2nd best engineer favor. Yeah, okay, Darklings are even just throwing their priests in the cults, because what else can they do? We stole away their ability to build dwellings, because we're jerks like that. Yeah, so Earth 1, only the 2nd best engineers favor. The 1st best is this Earth 2 favor, which isn't too surprising when you look at just how limited their dwelling income is compared to other races. So makes plenty of sense, especially for a race that gets less income and then pays less for everything, that this fixed income rate would just be proportionally better for them. Yeah. So when it came around to me, though, I no longer had to worry about losing access to the Earth 1 favor. I'm going to try and narrate again through what all the logic was that got me on this, and hopefully you'll be able to follow. But I am going to go ahead and secure the Earth 1 favor right now. You might wonder, well, you said, Titania, that actually Earth 1 was only 2nd best. That's correct, I did, but I'm getting 2 favors this round. So we'll take the Earth 1 favor first, because then we get 2 points when we build the dwelling. So why was I comfortable to take this power action and delay taking Earth 1? So first off, I had pretty good assurances the Swarmlings weren't going to get to Earth 1 in time to stop me anyway. Then there's also the Darklings actually started on Earth 2 and not Earth 1. So there was no danger of me losing Earth 1. None at all. But why would they make those decisions? So Swarmlings is pretty obvious. I think it's just well known that their start is the best if they open on a stronghold, and especially when they get paid the extra 5 points to do it. Darklings were in a really tough spot because I have been a jerk and refused to give them any power. And me refusing to give them any power meant that they just couldn't get efficient workers to do things at all. So they were going to have a really weak start, which they did wind up having, unless they could take this to get 2 workers for 2 dwellings to go along with their 2 priests. They procured a second one from their bonus card. The only exception to this is if they can somehow make a power for themselves that isn't given to them, because I refused to give it to them. And so how do they do that? Well, they can't take Earth 1, because then they won't get it. They needed a higher ranked favor, so that it had to be like Water 2 or Earth 2, so that they could cross this line and gain 1 power to hit the magic 8 to take this. And then as soon as they did it, I was a jerk and cut the power action anyway, because I'm terrible like that. Alright, so what do we want to do in here? So one obvious, it's the Darklings are done for their turn. So there's no pressing need to upgrade this. We're not taking any more power. The question is just, where do we want our second temple? We could put it here, or here, or here, and then leave a dwelling down here. And because towns don't score at any point in this game, I think we just want to be in the race to get a town sooner than everyone else. And, yeah, because we don't have to hold off for any special time benchmark. So if we want to get a town faster than everyone else, we probably want our second temple somewhere in this street. That also has the nice benefit of continuing to be a jerk to the Darklings through round 2, which, if nothing else, is just kind of funny. We can take this highly rated player who's on Darklings and basically run them out of the game and mostly have to fight the Swarmlings instead, who is a much lower rated player. And that's kind of a mean way to think about things, but all's fair in love and war, and apparently also Terra Mystica. Alright. Fakirs can't carpet fly to this space yet. There's no danger of the Swarmlings cutting this space. I suppose Fakirs also can't carpet fly down here yet, but they can come to this one. So maybe that lends some necessity to taking this space. It also just, if we had a shipping increase, would allow us to sail across here. And also, it's possible that the Swarmlings choose to upgrade this as a trading post as their next action. That would be the one I would pick out of the 3, just to be faster in forming a town for the income-related boost. So I think I'm going to take this one in hopes I can leech extra power. Now we are short a very tiny amount of money on the line we want to make. We are short exactly 1 coin. Hopefully we can rectify that. If we gain... It would be really nice if we could rectify it without burning additional power tokens. We will see. EP's fine? Okay. Good to hear it. See, I don't know if I agree with you that I'm in a good spot here. It's a dicey spot, to say the least, because we are going to have trouble connecting with what's over here. Darklings have also cut this spot where we would probably prefer to have a bridge tower to try any connection down this direction. So really all we can do is take these spots and, come up along here, and maybe we can do some fancy shenanigans up top somehow. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Okay, Swarmlings made use of their their extra power here. Okay. We're going to start upgrading, I suppose. I think actually Swarmlings declined gaining our power at the last turn, which is a very interesting call. But that probably means they will decline it again, and we can absorb all the more when they upgrade this, maybe. Which, this should be the one that they upgrade. I don't know if they'll actually do it, but it would be the better choice for them. So up this goes. Okay, so who's in a good spot? Illusion, I can tell you who's not in a good spot. The Fakirs are in a very bad spot, and the Darklings are in a very bad spot. Darklings have made it very hard on themselves to procure another town. They still can make 2 by upgrading a Sanctuary and using these 3 tiles versus all this down here. It's possible. But that would have to be the route they take. They just have not gotten the power leech to do anything strong, and they're going to have a lot of trouble getting a quicker Sanctuary moving forward. They've jumped onto this to gain enough coins, but they don't even have enough workers to make things... Oh, no, they do, because they have an Earth 2 favor. Okay, so Sanctuary on round 2, plausible for the Darklings. Swarmlings have upgraded this trading post instead. Whatever, more power to them. We can't really stop that. This will have to go up at some point. We'll take some power, but we are going to wind up burning up 1 extra token to make this happen, unfortunately. So, boop, there, it's burned, and now we have the coin we need, and this goes up. Kind of an unfortunate thing that we get so much Earth favoritism here, when Earth is not scored ever. But these are definitely the favors we want to be opening on. Well, is that true? Actually, if you think about it, there's trading post scorings round 2 and 3. It is potentially possible to play some like insane start here where we use the water favor and just try to capitalize for major scoring here. But I don't think it's going to work. We just won't get enough workers. We'll have this 1... plus our solitary worker income, and we don't even... yeah, it's just tricksome. I don't know about that line. I think it's just safer to grab our Earth 2, and, Is that so? We're going to have a lot of really weak turns if we go for the water scoring, but otherwise we're basically going to miss out on trading post scoring entirely, because we definitely won't get another chance to take a favor soon, right? It would have to be by building the 3rd temple, because upgrading 2nd temple to a Sanctuary on engineers is really not a happy thing. I think we'll start on this. Okay. No conversions. Sucks. Oh well. Swarmlings will have to pass here, which is good. We don't give them our spade. We don't want people to have our spade. Okay, apparently Swarmlings do not have to pass. Fine. So they can have our spade, and where will we be jumping? It's a little bit of a stretch to try and take... Let's see, no one else is going to be able to get this amazingly good, like infamously good power action next turn. Fakirs don't have the power, Darklings don't have the power, Swarmlings don't have the power, and even if they did, we're passing in front of them. I guess actually Swarmlings are taking 6 power income, but we're passing in front of them. So we can cut them off on all the coins there. That should work out nicely for us. Yeah. Okay. If we pass here, I mean, we have to pass here. But we can get tons of money via the good power action. So we may just be looking at the priest because we can use it as a redundant worker. Or we can use it to get our shipping raised higher. One wonders why the fakirs are on... Oh no, the fakirs can take the money action. They have income of power via that card. I think it's alright either way. We can't really score very much on the dwelling scoring card. So we'll just lock down a priest, even if it's only a worker. That'll be something. Do I want the double dig for next round? Yeah, I certainly wouldn't mind a double dig. Something like double dig, build, and if I could upgrade my shipping too. I don't think I'll have the money to make that happen. But then if a shipping upgrade for round 3 allows me to sail to this tile and this one, and I'm gonna need to secure this region just to build some bridges for my stronghold power. I think we're gonna, because we're skipping this big bulk of scoring, and in fact everyone's really gonna have to skip this somewhat heavily, I think, to do at all normal build sequences. In order to get a lot of points, we're going to be leaning hard into round 5 dwelling scoring and our stronghold power. This stronghold sanctuary scoring in 6 is convenient for us that we can just throw down a sanctuary at that timing. Okay, single dig. Single dig by carpet flight. And, yeah, we'll take 1 billion power. Sure, we can lose some points for that. So now interestingly, we are able to double dig and have money. Swarmlings can only have money, they cannot double dig. And, Fakirs can't do either, Darklings can't do either. So we can actually have our cake and eat it too, as long as we take the money first, because Swarmlings are incapable of using this dig power. And having our cake and eating it too sounds like filthy cheating or something. Let's do it. Oh, look at all this cake. Delightful, isn't it? Okay, priest for the Swarmlings. Interesting take. Looks like the Swarmlings are going to be going pretty hard on the cults this game, probably, just judging how they're burning power into priests. I think burning power into priests early as Swarmlings is a very dicey proposition, because they get so many priests from their sanctuary. Upgrade dwelling to trading house. Do we want to lose more points for more power? Probably. We're probably okay losing lots and just taking tons and tons of resources here. Oh my goodness, this is getting over the top. My body can't handle this much power. And now I'm gonna take the double dig, just like you said, AP. Okay, so which of these do I want as a higher priority? Darklings don't have enough priests to dig this. I suppose it's a triple dig as soon as I dig it anyway. There's really no danger of either one disappearing. I guess Darklings have a terraform. Is it okay for us to finally let the Darklings have some power? For their next move. They'll take 2. I guess that won't let them take any fancy power actions except build a bridge, so who cares? Yeah, we can grab this one. Well, it has to be these 2. There's really no other sensible decision. And then where do I want my dwelling? Here seems swell. To get... Nope, you make a fair point, actually. You're correct, I should have built this one so I could leech 1 power when the Fakirs made their build. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Now I feel embarrassed. Good call, AP. Maybe there's some universe where we get another shot at it, but I don't think so. I think the Vikirs are just gonna want to throw in their dwelling because it's the last thing they can do for the round. So we missed out on one free power, and, well, shame on us. Yep, there it is. Whoopsie. This also means we grant one extra to the Fakirs. Okay, well, as it happened, we are going to get one extra power here anyway. So it kind of works out. We get the same amount of power, but we pay one more point than we would have. Also, I love this song. Okay, let's go ahead and chuck down this dwelling. And we even have so much money left over that we can look to upgrade shipping and then build yet an additional dwelling. And upgrading shipping certainly has appeal because, again, the scorecards are very limited. We'd like to be able to capitalize on one of them. Yes, we'll call it a good prediction. You're genius, AP. I predicted it and determined it was okay to lose one extra point for the same amount of power. That is totally what happened here. That is the story we're sticking to. Okay, Swarmlings digging across. Have they must have upped their shipping. Okay, shipling's going up. So that's gonna make this all the tougher to connect. We probably want this spot anyway, even though we can't actually, like, dig through here, because then we can build two bridges. And, you know, we've lost access to our bridge tower here to bridge down this way. We've lost access to bridging here. We gotta put our bridges somewhere, darn it. Love this song so much. It's from Super Mario 64. So we get one more dwelling. We'll have 4 dwelling income for the next round, and that's pretty swell. Okay, Darkling's moving on to dwelling income. Alright. They're also skipping second Sanctuary. Statistically not a super sound opening, but you can see why they did it with the trading post scoring present. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that shipping now. We're probably gonna need it to scrap for some of the spaces in this territory, if we're being honest. You know, maybe one route we can try to take to connect is if we dig through here, we can use this tile, and then, ouch, this tile's a triple dig, but maybe. And then we could have a town in that, and that would link around the top. Not thrilled about that, having to triple dig a space, but, like, maybe? Maybe. We'll see. I could maybe make use of a bridge tower in some weird configuration here. I don't know that there are any of those that help enough. There's also the option where I just upgrade another trading post right now. That does pay 3 points. Then I get to take a little coin income. I only take 3 worker income instead of the full 4. But it does preserve extra coins for the next round. That is maybe sounding a little better in retrospect. Also gives outs to make the third, then we can form you know, 3 temples, and then if we upgrade Sanctuary in here, we have a town, and we still get to keep the 5 power income. So that's kind of a crazy line, but it might be okay. But shipping lets us build 2 dwellings secretly. Yes, so we'll do that. Okay, up we go. Typical places to drop the bridge tower. Are you familiar with what the bridge tower does? I think, presumably. So, okay, the Swarmlings will be looking for a bridge soon to make a town out of this. Well, they'll need I guess they'll have to dig that tile as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and build this space. So, yeah, I really like the landscapes expansion. It's a pretty interesting one. Definitely a very cool expansion. So, typical spots to put it. This is classically the best one because it's an engineered double dig and you can build through here, then bridge straight to this tile. These ones, you could get kind of the same effect, but just bridging to other corners of this triangle, but they're triple digs instead of double. Other spots you can put it. You can actually, from here, drop a bridge tower down here to link to this space. And then, incredibly rarely, if you're playing on this side of the map, you might want a bridge tower right here. Because then you can have these are all single terraforms, and you bridge over to this other single terraform. And I'm not sure I've ever seen anyone use any placements that aren't those, but, you know, this may be the game for it. Crazy stuff is happening. So we're gonna make some conversions and have all the dwellings down. We have so much worker income. 5 workers for the engineers. It's just a little bit unfortunate that we won't be passing fast enough to actually take the good power action that compensates our money. Also, all the coin cards have vanished, though we can get this bonus spade. So maybe the bonus spade is where we want to be at this point. Okay, definitely passing now. This does pay us 3 points and 3 power. Currently still on 6 power income, so we can accept, 15 power here. We're not at risk of being power capped. Accepting 6 puts us at 1 and 9. So if it comes around to us, that is still able to take this action. I very much think the spade and 2 money is probably the big ticket item. We can just use our power to supplement the coins at a better rate than we can use it to supplement the digs anyway. Yep, okay. We have a spade. Still trying to find some kind of tricky bridge tower setup in all this. Okay, maybe the way to do it is actually take these 3 as a town. That's better than triple digging this, and it still gets us through this section. And I don't think Swarmlings have much interest in this tile. That is a triple dig for them. The thing they might want is they could try to take this from us, but I don't think it's going to happen. Not too worried there, because we already have the shipping to get there, and we have an on-demand spade. Okay, Darkling's not cutting the power action we want. Fakirs can't cut it. Swarmlings might want to, but they're probably much more interested in digging with their power. Or bridging, as it were. So I think we can just go ahead and have all the resources. Truly, it's a wonderful world we live in when all this works out. So we don't get to build our bridge this round, or at least not by this. We could still do it the lamer way. Alright, that's a start. What we have resources. We sure have more resources than other people, but what we don't have is points. So we probably need to back off from building... Oof, okay, that... Ooh, do we want all of that? Yeah, we probably want all of that. It's still so early. You know, just having all the power all the time, still probably really good. Even at these terrible exchange rates. So this space is going to go away if we wait too long. The fakirs will want it. They can't take it right now, though, so we don't have to rush too badly. Darklings looking like they're going to get up to their town very quickly. All they need to do is upgrade a trading post. Okay, Swarmlings, take this tile, now they have a town founded. Not unexpected, Swarmlings should basically always be trying to found a town by round 3. Their builds just don't work out reasonably otherwise. And did they take... They took the double key town tile. Not too surprising again. So if we want to be mean to them, let's see, they'll want this double spade. We actually can't take the double spade, and I don't know that I'm interested in burning too many power tokens when we're relying on a very high power income for a lot of our resources. So where might we want to go in this? Swarmlings have 1 shipping. They can skip to this space already. I think if we're being connection-oriented, what we need are, we really need this space, and this is going to help us get our full 3 bridges a lot. And we are going to have some digging to do through this slog. We're going to need a sanctuary in here, or it's going to turn into even quite a lot more digging. So Swarmlings, we can expect to build this dwelling this round, just because it's already terraformed for them. So I'm not super... I guess I'm kind of interested in coming here so that we can leech that 1 power a little quicker. What else might we be interested in doing? The 3rd temple has the nicety that we can grab the water 1 favor. That will pay us big dividends over the course of a game. In fact, it can even pay this round, potentially. Are we going to want the 3rd temple in here? So if we know the sanctuary's in there, then no, I guess... Well, I guess putting 3rd temple in here means as soon as we lay the bridge in, it's... No, it's a problem. We can't do it, because then we can only upgrade sanctuary in here. So we actually have to dig this tile first. Okay, so let's do that. Our opponents are outrageously impatient, and they can just kind of deal with that. Okay, so now we have a spot to get our sanctuary up top where we can make a 3 town in here. That's correct, AP. I am going to build the stronghold prior to round 6. I'm probably going to get it on the next round. I think I'm largely ignoring these round scorings outside of round 5, and we're just going to rely on huge passive point generation through our 2 favors, which will be something that other people don't have access to. And then also stronghold points. I think the engineer stronghold needs some time to function. I usually try to get it by round 4 at the latest. Occasionally I'll take it in round 5. Round 3 is very ambitious, but can be done in some games where you're incentivized to do it. I think leaving it till round 6, at that point, I'd almost rather not. It's so many resources for the price that point, unless you already have the bridges in. Right, the thing to remember about an engineer stronghold is the cost is not just the printed price here, it's also the bridges. So unless you had bridges anyway, you're probably throwing in... Okay, Swarmling's double digging, so they're gonna dig this. That's good for being mean to the Darklings, I suppose. Also, we've been very mean to the Darklings in that they can't escape up top here anymore. So that's well and good. Let's get our other temple. And then we can upgrade this for 6 points. Because I think we have money to do 2 temples and a trading post upgrade. Yes, we do. That is excellent. Our favorite BF. Yes. BF is indeed spectating our game. Hopefully they are not cursing out my every move. Darklings have a lot of points. Okay, so they're passing on to the shipping card. It's mildly wild. They don't have shipping, and I wouldn't anticipate them having a need to get it, but, you know, whatever. Up we go to a temple. And we'll help ourselves to this pointy favor. Our final favor of the game, when we upgrade a sanctuary at the end, will be Fire 2. We'll get our sanctuary in this round because it scores, and Fire 2, pretty good end the game favor, rounds out all these towns nice and easily. Swarmlings have lost out on access to Earth 1. It seems like we're maybe still just in a race with the Darklings, but they're going to have some slow turns coming up while they get shipping upgraded. Also, in particular, building a temple on round 4 is like not a thing they can do very well easily. Okay, how do we can actually build 2 trading posts right now while they're 6 points apiece. So let's go ahead and do that. That sounds wonderful. Where do we want them? Probably 1 in here and then 1 over here, because we only need 1 in here to make this come out at 7 power. And yep, alright, this seems just fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we get so many points. So many points. And we'll put 1 up over here. Maybe we want to toss it in the middle of the Darklings, so they have to lose 1, 2, 3, 4. They have to lose 6 points to take 7 power, or we could make the trade less extreme. Given that they're passed in such an early position, it's probably in our... Okay, so Fakirs are at the 4 power. Probably don't want to give the Darklings 7, or else they'll have access to free reign on all of these. You know, we... Actually, Swarmlings are going to get a lot of power, too. Well, we would like to preserve particularly the money power action for ourselves, I think. Okay, Swarmlings have passed. Again, we've defended the Spade card from anybody else. We might just be on the Dwelling scoring card for the next round. It's quite plausible. Our next double dig can dig like these 2 spaces, and then we'll kind of be in a much more secure position. So I'm going to throw less power to the Darklings. If I do this one, they can take 3 power and they get a 4, 5. So that puts 3 in this bowl and 4 in this bowl. That's still enough to take all the threatening power actions, if I'm being honest. And they're not going to be interested in the double dig, so it's actually okay to give them the worst trade. We'll upgrade this one. We go up here. Yeah, that seems fine. We still don't have it within our... we can't upgrade another trading post right now if we want to burn up a lot of power tokens, but it's probably more in our interest to... Well, we could slam the priest in a 3 spot here just to try to win this cult later on, because we do know we're getting paid a lot of money down the road for having priests in places. And it is worth some nice chunk of power to do that here. I don't think... We're not going to be competing on air, and this fire reward is totally fake. We're definitely going to be power capped by the time we take it. So it's only about winning cults. I think I would prefer to compete on Earth. Mostly because we get more power over the course of competing on Earth. But if we hold it back, we will have even more effective workers. That's probably not worth. Because things I'm going to want to do, if I'm going to build a stronghold next round, I'm going to want the bridge in there as well. I guess I'll still have 1, 2, 3 workers and 2 priests. Yeah, okay. We can definitely afford doing this. So, up we go. No conversions, and then I have to pass on to a bonus card. Now, I'm not very enthralled with gaining shipping here. We're probably not going to need more shipping until the very end. So we could take this pile of cash, or we could get paid points for the dwellings we have, but that's not that many. I don't know if it's going to increase all that much. We are collecting some coin income, that's nice, but I think we maybe just want more. Yeah, I think that's... how much power are we even gaining? 8? Oh my goodness, so we're power capping. That does let us build a bridge and dig a tile, or some such thing. Let's go ahead and get the money. We need money if a stronghold is going down. Let's... yeah, still money. I'm enticed by money. Okay, so, a little worried some people are getting some free spades here. I guess it's only 1 apiece, Swarmlings and Darklings. Swarmlings will probably desire to terraform this. Yeah, okay, Darklings don't have anything more productive to do than point them at all these free terraform spots anyway. Okay, single dig, cut away. Kind of a shame, but whatever. Okay, money, cutaway 2. Really glad we took our money where we could then. Oh, it's Sticker Brush Symphony. I love this song. Love it so much. Okay, well, the double dig's coming around to us, and we probably want that. Because we want both of these. But the issue is we also want a bridge and our stronghold. And, Swarmlings are situated to grab a double dig, if we don't. They're not very situated to dig otherwise. I really wish that what we could do was double dig and then get the bridge after somehow. If we do the reverse, we have the possibility to do both still. We can put the bridge in, because we'll found a town, so we can take some awesome reward from that. But I think if we want this, it has to come now. So maybe we can... maybe there's a world where we double dig and we complete the stronghold. And I guess we can build a bridge via workers, actually. I think that's what it's going to be here. Yeah, because we want this. Okay, so we got to dig 2 spots. Let's dig both of these. Oh, but if we put the worker here, then we can't also proceed to have... This is a bit tricksome. I guess we can... No, we can put our bridge in here. I lied. So we'll dig both of these tiles. But we maybe don't get to build either one if we do that. Because Darklings, we want to save to do... This is a problem. There's some worry the Darklings could try and terraform this if we leave it as a double Oh, no, sorry. We turn this... This is still a triple for them if we terraform it. I think we can just go ahead and hope on that. I hope so. Yeah. I don't want to leave the Swarmlings with too many workers could get tempted to terraform that. Would be a double for them. We'll grab here. And this one seems appropriate. We could put down a special landscape, actually. That's an interesting thought. If we do that, we can't make a 3-space town up here. So maybe we just special landscape here for no purpose other than blocking it from the Darklings taking it. That seems a little sketchy to me. Oh, crumb. I should have done this one. There was a much better line. Okay, we're not going to build here. Yeah, we'll just pass it. Okay, so the line was to take these two, because then I can build Stronghold, use my priests as workers to build a bridge here. That founds a town, and I take the worker town, and then I build a bridge in here. And then, assuming I've gained a couple points of power, I can put the dwelling on the other side too. And then I can take 6 off my Stronghold scoring. So that was the line. Did not happen. Where is Swarmlings going to double dig? I don't know. Probably like here, maybe? It's important to remember Swarmlings have shipping. Only one, but they have it. They could entertain some other ideas, maybe. There are some possibilities. Either way, I think I'm glad we have that on lock. I could have left myself a little bit better odds. Okay, Swarmlings took workers. Sure. Let's go get that Stronghold. We know we want it. Is that right? Maybe it's better to build the bridge first. Yeah, we may as well. Well, but if we build the Stronghold first, we could leech power to get a more efficient bridge. Yeah, I'm not too worried about a town tile we want disappearing, because we want the worker one and there's 2 copies. So we'll go ahead and just build Stronghold next. This round has not quite been optimized, unfortunately. Okay, Darklings declined power because it was just way too much. I guess that's what they did before, too. Are we going to... We would have to leech 4 power. That's not quite 4 power. But I think we still take it for 2 points, probably. I think this is acceptable. Okay, Darklings looking at a favor. Almost certainly they're just going to snap water 1 here. I can't imagine they would choose anything else at this late juncture. Unless they want fire 2, but that would be a little surprising. Already towned this up. Okay, who has yet to move? So Fakir's passed. If the Swarmlings do anything that gives us power, then we can take this more efficient bridge and keep our 2 priests, which is good. We want to shove our priests in all these. Actually, we can still do that. I'm being silly. Because if we jam our priests in these slots, we get paid the money and we make the power to make our bridge. So that's overwhelmingly the better way to go here. We'll do that. And I think we're going to jam them in Earth. At least we'll jam the first one in Earth because we want to win it. Okay, water 1 was the take. This is still in okay shape. There's possibly some reason to... Okay, town from Swarmlings. Are they just going to +1 on all cults? Ah, Water 2 by Darklings. Thanks for pointing that out, BF. I am a little uncertain why you're unable to chat and stream. It's a bit disappointing, but I guess this just highlights your chats for everyone this way. So where do I want to be? If I'm investing 2 priests, there's no real worry this bridge is going away. If I'm investing 2 priests, I think you could go to bed, it's true. On the other hand, you could continue to listen to my wonderful voice. Maybe think of me as a bedtime story. I hope I can make it a happy one with a fairy tale ending, where the engineers overcome the forces of darkness, and maybe the swarmlings too, but I don't know, the swarmlings are in an okay spot. So who has priest to invest? Both of these people? I think it's probably worth getting a 3-rank priest take, and I'll do it in water just because the fire cult is like... no, I can beat more people if I race fire. Let's do that. We'll grab this 3 spot and we'll grab this 2 spot, then we'll build a bridge in here. That sounds marvelous. Maybe I can beat someone in fire. Yes, I'm aware. Fakirs and Swarmlings, very low rated, so I could lose a lot of points losing to them. The Darklings player won't be so rating damaging if we lose to. But, the hope is that we can just win this. We're not in terrible shape. If we outlast the Darklings, which should be possible, then we can take their shipping bonus card. And that's nice. That'll be like a clean 6. We'll upgrade our shipping 1 time, just because we know we'll need 2 shipping by game end. Right? We'll need, actually we may need 3 by game end. 3 to connect across here. So yeah, maybe we can just ramp shipping to the max or some such thing. We really have a lot of power income. 9. Are we going to be capped attempting to receive all that? Currently, yes, but we can spend 1 power as a coin. AP, that is correct. BGA uses an ELO variant, and it's a pretty good one, except that it just completely handles ties incorrectly. Not even close to the right thing. If we don't manage to outlast the Darklings, at least we can grab a spade, but we would much rather have points at this juncture. It is getting way too late to look at anything besides points on our bonus cards if we can help it. Okay, Swarmling's over here now. That's fine. Again, we care about this space, and this is even a backup if we can't get this, but this should be gettable. Now, where do we want to be? Let's get even more on Earth, because we want to get paid 6 coins as a round reward. And we also just want to win the Earth Cult when possible. So let's grab that. Yes? No? Yeah, seems okay, except that we are going to have to burn a power token in the process of making the bridge. It'll be worth, but we'll only be on exactly 6. So that double dig could... Yeesh, we still have some digging to do this game. I mean, not a ton. We gotta dig this for 2 and this for 1, and then we're good. Or this for 1, either of these, just so we can jam some dwellings down here for area size afterwards. That's gonna have to be the way of it. I can do conversions. No conversions. You want to give me just 1 more point of power so I don't have to burn tokens? I would really appreciate it, Darklings. So when you tie, the correct ELO treatment is no modification. Nobody goes up or down. On BGA, what happens is it counts as a fractional loss for the higher rated player, which is really, really bad for us because we've managed to tie some low rated players. And you might ask, how are you tying low rated players so often? Well, if a low rated player times out and quits the game, then it counts as a victory for everybody else. So we have tied 3 people and beaten 1. And that is murder for our ELO, because somehow we lose points for tying to all those people. It's really frustrating, when in fact we should be gaining just because we beat 1 person. Not to be super ratings focused, but I mean, the goal here is 300 ELO. We gotta get with the program, you know? So if we only get to make a single dig next round, we're actually going to make it on one of these tiles. And the reason we make it on one of these is we want to build dwellings next round. We need to build all the dwellings because it's a dwelling scoring round. This is our big chance to capitalize. So this lets us build here, here, and then here. That's a lot of dwellings. Whereas this, just 1 extra. Anyway, get in there, bridge. Now, unfortunately, Swarmling's probably going to pass in front of us. What can you do? What do we need here, though? We're only going to have 3 workers, and we want to build more dwellings than that for sure. So we're probably just going to want to stockpile these workers, is how that's going down. And, you know, we are going to, of course, pass into the next round with a whopping, this 4 plus 6 will have 10 coins. So, no money required. I guess the other thing we could consider is shipping, but we will have the money plus the priest for our shipping upgrade. So it should be okay. I think it's alright. Yeah, we need workers. Give us them workers. Yeah, you're welcome, AP. I love being helpful. Unfortunately, Swarmlings do pass in front of us, so we're gonna lose that shipping card again. Sucks. That means we're not getting anything good for our next card. Unless, we could take plus shipping for a round. Oh my gosh, we still get the ship. Okay, gimme. Well, we can take actions here if we want. One action we could entertain is we can upgrade a trading post just to get more money, more power. Because it doesn't hurt our dwelling income to do it. And I actually think I like that line. That seems fine. Then when we build this, we just have a complete town immediately. So let's go ahead and get this upgraded because there's no penalty for our position order in the next turn. It does mean we're going to take in some incredible number of power. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can only store 9 of it, but whatever. We get our money back for this. It's just 1 worker. We got to do it. And now we can pass. We're not building dwellings intentionally, because that's what scores next round. And, yep, shipping bonus. Oh my gosh, that's way too much power. So we're gonna lose all the power on this card, but the alternatives are really not picturesque at all. So, yeah, we'll just waste power. We'll waste power because we need points. So our highest priority is getting this double dig, but it's really tricky because we can't actually take it as our first action. Because we don't have access to dig the spot that we need. Fortunately, no one else is situated to take Double Dig besides Swarmlings, so if it still exists when it comes around to us, then it's probably not going away at that point. So upgrade shipping as our first action does seem totally fine and sensible. We're going to hope desperately that we can pass on to this dwelling scoring card for the last round. But I don't know that we can make that happen. That could be quite a challenge. Actually, I guess we'll double dig here and here after our shipping's upgraded, and that way we can throw in the missing bridges and pass for 9. We'll only have taken 21 off of our stronghold, but that's not the worst. We have a pretty okay setup on the whole. Okay, Darklings went for a priest. That's not surprising. They're less interested in this kind of digging. Priests just give more points. Now, Swarmlings, do you want a double dig? We're about to find out. Probably. Yep, there it goes. All gone. Bye. Okay. And we can't even collect power off of that. Yeah, so they're gonna dig through here for a town. That's not shocking. What do we want to do now? So that no one else can take the single dig. There's no rush on that, but this can go away, right? The Darklings, it's a triple terraform for them to take this, but look at all these priests they have stockpiled. It's one wonders, if this will tempt them. So, because this single dig isn't going away, I think it's okay. It's in our best interest to just make sure that we don't become too tempting for the Darklings. We can contemplate converting a coin in addition to building the dwelling. And reason we would do that is just so that we don't, Oh, actually, there's another line here. We can grab this, and then we can terraform the hard way in one of these. No, because we really wanted both. That's a shame. Maybe we're just gonna build these and not worry about coming down this coast yet and focus on getting our bridges. That might be the more important thing to do here. Okay. Again, no worry of this going away to anyone except Darklings, who presumably won't want it because they have all the terraforms in the world. So I think it's okay for us to just grab this. We're not going to be losing a bridge. No one else needs a bridge. So this power action should probably stay open to us. I guess we'll use the dig here, though. We can get enough workers to make it happen, so it's fine. Let's just go ahead and build in this. Town completed. Let's have all the workers that we want. Unless we want a shipping up. No, we have plenty of money. We need workers to build bridges. In it goes. Okay. And just like that, our points are looking more level with people. But we have work to do. Kind of an unfortunate amount of it. Like, we're gonna need this dug on the last turn. And we need shipping upgrades. We need a lot to happen here. Yep. Okay, sorry, reading your question, AP. How many points do I think it's worth? Okay, so, I think that regardless of when you build the stronghold, you should have all your bridges, unless you never build it, you should have all your bridges out on round 5. And that's what we're trying to do here. It really can rack up a lot of points. Like, if you go for the early stronghold, it's not feasible to have it with too many bridges. Here's a good heuristic for you. You should always, always, always have, let's go ahead and get this before anyone else is tempted to try things with it. You should always, always, always have at least one bridge out the same round you're making the stronghold, because otherwise it's just such a downgrade from a trading post for so many resources. That's not a particularly profound statement, though. Okay, Fakirs upgraded their range, and oh, they got the stronghold. Of course they upgraded their range. So we lost this to Carpet Flight. We didn't have much opportunity to compete on that front, but I guess we're gonna need to triple dig. That's a little scary. Okay, we are getting to leech some free power from this build. That's something. These are gonna have to upgrade later too to give us more power. So we really want this. It's way more efficient than this. But it may not happen. We'll go ahead and take this while we can be sure we're getting it. It's been kind of surprising to me the Swarmlings haven't tried to build this tile yet, but I imagine it's going to go away on this turn. Yeah, we'll build here. Ugh, I don't like how this is going. We would ideally need a very early pass in order to set up that we can get the double dig next round. Otherwise, it's going to be way too much effort to terraform this. But the problem with that is that if we early pass this round, like, it's really, we're kind of in trouble. Like, we still have too much that needs to happen this round, getting those bridges out. Okay, let me try to give a better answer on AP's question about strongholds and bridge counts. So, here's a heuristic you can think about. I think if you build the stronghold on turn 3, you probably want a bridge with it, and then you want to have all your bridges for the next round. So you go 3, 9, 9, 9, and you take a total of 30 points. We built it on 4 with 1 bridge. We're definitely capping it at 9. I think if you build it turn 5, then you should just have all the bridges already set. Okay, we are still missing power to take the bridge action, but we can make that power happen. All we have to do is win the Earth Cult. No danger on anyone sailing past us to win it yet, though. So there is a world maybe where we go on fire, and that's just so we can get paid this cult reward, which probably does absolutely nothing. Really a shame that with 3 shipping we can't get to these tiles. That would have been lovely, but there was no help for that this game. We've really been cut off in a fierce way. I guess we do connect if we get this, but I'd really like to make a town in here, so let's hope on this. Oh, if we jam priests in, then we're still in trouble. And the reason we're still in trouble is we need to upgrade shipping twice for points also. So let's go ahead and upgrade shipping and wait and see if we can receive some power. If we can't, we'll just build the 1 bridge and maybe call it a day. But we know we're going to need this shipping no matter how things shake out. Carpet flight up here. Yeah, they're just gonna fly everywhere. It's not that surprising. This is a normal late dwelling scoring round for Fakirs. It's just carpet fly everywhere. Yeah, I really don't think Stronghold in round 6 is great. I actually think basically the opposite. The Stronghold for Engineers that's the one time I wouldn't build it. It doesn't have enough time to pay off if you build it on round 6. You know, 3 shipping does give us the option to build a dwelling out here, which maybe we'll do it. It's a dwelling scoring round, you know? Also, Swarmlings are gonna probably wind up taking this tile, so it'll be worth power when they do make it out there. Nice of the Darklings to do this. They probably should have built that one first, because now we have the power. We no longer have a double dig in the cards, though. If we go ahead and make this play. Alright, we still have to gain 2 more power, or else we're burning a power and can never use this again. That still might be okay if I wind up on the spade card for the next round. We at least have a little bit of protection in that there are so few scoring cards, because, you know, if we wind up taking forever to complete this round, as it's looking like we probably will, then we still get the compensation that no one can take this scoring card. Only one person gets to score. So even if that's not us, that's still cutting points away from other people. It's actually, you want to be a faction like Darklings or Engineers even more than you usually want to be those factions in a game setup where people don't have access to scoring as many points, because then your innate point scoring mechanics are just that much better. Alright, get up there, shipping. Yeah, Swarmlings is not burning power tokens for a bridge, so we can still wait and hope we get some more, but we won't. Up we go. Probably the way this round finishes out is we do wind up burning power tokens and we build a bridge, and then we will also... Okay, so Fakirs did pass. Fakirs are going to pass onto some rando card, whatever. Not one of the ones we have our sights set on. That's useful to us, because then whoever passes next of Swarmlings and Darklings will take the dwelling scoring card. And then I guess the hope is we can get onto the Darklings spade at the end, maybe? The Darklings still have a lot of resources. They could really keep going for many rounds in here. But we have some actions left in this. We have a dwelling build out here, a bridge build via power, and another bridge build via this action. So probably we can't get the Darklings spade, and probably the Swarmlings will pass onto the dwelling scoring card, and that means we're not going to get anything that we love. At the very least, the worst we can get is this 7 money card now, I guess. And that's not the worst compensation in the world. Swarmlings aren't going to be digging this round, so I don't have to worry about grabbing that yet. I guess I'll just take the bridge since it's in theory cuttable from us. Get in there, bridge. Ooh, I love this video game. This is from Banjo-Kazooie. Very fun old retro platformer. Just for viewers' sake, I've again, since there was pretty good reception about it last time, we're still just playing whatever video game medleys marathons, and I don't know what's in them, so I'm being pleasantly surprised by everything that comes up. Fortunately, this dwelling doesn't give us income, but we gotta do it while it gives us 4 points, you know? Darklings are sitting on a lot of points, though, and, you know, our endgame scoring is looking pretty good. Ah, crumb. Maybe if we'd waited longer, we could have absorbed that. Oh, it would have only been 1 power, so we still would have been burning a power token for the bridge. So that's fine. Okay, Swarmlings have passed. I assume they're going to take Dwelling Scoring as their card. Oh my gosh, they didn't. That's incredible. That means we're guaranteed one of the useful bonus cards. So this can no longer go overly badly. And Darklings still have things to do, so maybe we even get to do this and pass on to Dwelling Scoring, and that would just be insane. I'm trying to live a little and hoping for that world. Darklings, you want to build a dwelling, don't you? Somewhere? Yes? You have 1 shipping? Where would you ship? Oh, you're going to invest the priest. Sure. Okay. So I think we're beyond power capped, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 14. Yeah, we could never hope to... Yeah, okay. No point trying to down convert. We can't get out of the power cap. So we'll pass and take our 18 points on pass, 9 for our bonus card, and 9 for our stronghold. That's a hefty chunk. Very happy about that. And now we'll take this card that scores us stuff and things. So there is a problem here. If we don't get to double dig, I don't think we can connect. I think it's literally impossible. Wait, no, this is not true. We are connected already via 1, 2, 3 shipping. We did it. Okay. So I guess what that means pragmatically is that we're probably not finishing a town out of this. We're probably just building a sanctuary because, maybe? And then build in some dwellings and trading posts to rack off these favors. In fact, that might even be more efficient than even stopping for the sanctuary. So, yeah. That's a big relief off. I can't believe I only just noticed I was connected. We even get to win a cult. And there's hope for us doing okay in fire. Like, we can try to get not last in water and probably not last in fire. Darklings have so many more priests than us is an issue. So it's going to be hard to battle them for these. And then on top of them having more priests than us, they also have this favor. And they have towns to found, whereas we don't. Right? There's still, all the cult boost towns are gone, but there is the priest town as a possibility for them. That said, Darklings, might be interested in upgrading their shipping, just because they have the shipping points on pass bonus card. I don't know if that's going to be a strong enough incentive for them or not. Okay, so we can't double dig anymore. We've established this is out of the question, because to get it, I would have to use this and throw 6 workers at the problem. Which lets me end the round having built a dwelling, and that's awful. So what we're gonna do instead is dig and build one of these places, like here, and then we can build here and here. And then we're just gonna throw down dwellings and trading posts. And we're gonna count that up for our network score and hope it's good enough. It's possible that it's better than building a dwelling would be building the bridge tower, just because it too counts for our network size. And this is the only space left in the game that we're going to be terraforming. I think, so if I go bridge tower, dwelling, then I get, I leave 3 on the map for area scoring. And I don't have any way to do better than 3 on the map because there's nowhere else I can terraform. Well, I can terraform a space the hard way using priests as workers and then build another dwelling, but I won't have that many dwellings, so I would have to upgrade a trading post first. That's probably not what I'm interested in doing. Let's see, how are other people doing area-wise? We're actually stacking up quite well. Fakirs have to pay a lot to get extra things down. Swarmlings are going to have difficulty terraforming enough to make that happen. They do have 2 shipping. I guess they can ship here, here, here. Not here. Sorry, they can ship a couple. If they get a 3rd shipping, they can ship to a bazillion places. So, Swarmling's going to be our chief contenders for area scoring, but they're pretty limited in their resources. I think we can win on largest network size. And then we can take 17 points when we pass, and hopefully we can just rack points on these favors. So we're definitely taking this double dig. We're definitely putting it here is the best option. Yeah. That way we can take a power from the Swarmlings if they try to build there. Again, it's just a question of whether we want this to be a dwelling or a bridge tower. I think we have to put our bridge tower somewhere. Is that right? I can still fill all of them and do it with a trading post too. Right? This is enough for TP upgrade, dwelling. Yes, it is. So I should do it that way. So this should be a dwelling, and then on the mat I'll leave a different 3. This is better. Okay, we figured it out. Whew. We just get a few more points this way because of our favors. It changes what's on the map at the end. And engineers, like a lot of races, if all they're doing is building points at the end with these favors, that's actually not even a great conversion for them. Because the resources are worth to build trading posts and dwellings are worth almost as much at final scoring. But for engineers, the gap is much bigger because our costs are lower. What we don't have access to is another town, but that's okay. Alright, 2 terraforms for the so the Swarmlings are going to be able to dump all their stuff down. Oh, breeding ground. Sure, that makes sense, I guess. They'll make a town out of this, and yeah. Okay, our turn again. What do we want to do? We're still just waiting to see where we have to put our priests to, like, cult-wise for trying to take the relevant targets. So in the meantime, we'll just, like, upgrade stuff kind of haphazardly. I guess we know we need another dwelling, so might as well go ahead and build this dwelling right now. Oh no, I'm making a misplay. Sorry. If I invest the priests earlier rather than later, no, I will not lose 1,000,000 points. Then I can get enough power to earn yet another priest from my pool, and that, again, lets me throw a little higher on the cults. So maybe that's where I need to be competing. Okay, Darkling's wanting money at this juncture. Interesting. I guess... Yeah, okay, I guess they were really low on money, but how many actions do they realistically have? Is this trade worth it? So probably still no, maybe, but if I take it, then I can complete the Earth Cult in order to have the power for this action. Currently, Darklings have power for this action. They'll probably cut it away first anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and decline this. So we kind of know what cults we have to play on anyway. We do get free power here. Oh yeah, free power is great. Then when I finish the Earth Cult, I will have the power for this priest if no one's poached it by then. Do I have any real incentive to finish the cult? I probably do, just because people can use favors to win on it otherwise. Certainly the safer play. It's worth a lot of power to do too, so this actually gives a better exchange on final scoring anyhow. So let's grab this. Now what we're hoping is that this action exists for us when the time comes. Okay, Darkling's doing a hell of a lot of terraforming here to get this space, but they need to be cautious. The Darkling network is not connected. And it cannot even be connected through shipping. This is 4 to come around here. So they have to dig this. This is the only way they can connect. And I'm about to poach that. Which just seems game-ending for them. Given that the Darklings have so many points and are scrapping on the cults okay, I would love to stomp on their game this way. Yes, please. So Darklings can still get the priest to make the terraform. They just have to upgrade a stronghold, and then they can use the Ordination of Priests ability in order to get the missing priest to build this dwelling. And that's probably what they're going to do, because Stronghold scores 5 points anyway. But, this was a move that we wanted regardless. So, no question that we're still comfy in having made this move. This dicey territory. The Darklings are doing pretty well here. They haven't upgraded their shipping. They're only going to get 3 points when they pass. And on the flip side, we are going to get a whole lot more. Oh, maybe the Darklings have a much stronger play available. If they can go Trading Post here, then Stronghold here, that gives them another town. And then they can dig in here to convert. Does that work? We don't really have to do the math on it, because we don't have the ability to cut this anyway. And they will actually they'll need 6 workers, they'll need more coins than they have. I don't know if they have the resources to make it happen. Darklings are in an interesting state where they would actually accept points, or accept power even at an inefficient point trade on this final turn. So we'll make sure they don't get it. Instead of upgrading this trading post, we'll go ahead and upgrade this one instead. Or this one. Doesn't really matter. Do I want to lose a point for that power? No, I think I'm still good. 2 power, to me at this point, is effectively only a coin. And a coin could increase my final resources score by 1, but that's all it could do. But even if that happened, it would just offset the price of taking that coin for that point. So we're not accepting any power at all unless it's free, which is why we were really, psyched to get it over here. Let's just hope we can beat Swarmlings on network size. They have infinite spots to build, but what they don't have is infinite resources, so it's possible that we can get them. So if here's our out of priests, And they can't even convert a priest, so they can't make any more priests to pass us on the fire cult. And even if we advance twice here, will we even win it? Probably not. I mean, nominally we can tie them, but I don't think anyone's gonna let that happen. So where can we try to advance profitably? Again, we can't even profitably attack this cult, because we definitely, using our 2 priests here, we can only get to rank 5. And Fakir's not going to be advancing in the cults. They just do not have the means unless they can upgrade a temple somewhere. Maybe they can. I guess we don't really have to worry about it yet. We can just go ahead and upgrade our trading post somewhere. So we'll do that. Here is our trading post. And we're upgrading a trading post not only for the 3 points, but also because it lets us place another dwelling in this convenient spot in the corner. No, we've been over this. I am not going to take power under any circumstances. Oh crap, maybe I should have taken power under those circumstances. I'm just realizing if I accept that, it gives me the power to upgrade 1 more trading post, which is plus 3 points, -1 on final VP scoring, and -1 to take the power. And so on net, it works out to +1 point if I take that. That's only if I can't get a free power source, and maybe I'll get offered the same deal again. Maybe. Wait, that's not even true. I can just throw a priest in to gain the free power necessary to make that coin happen. So it's still good I'm declining. Silly me doubting myself. Whew. So AP, what races are you usually more focused in playing in this game? Because it sounds like you definitely have some experience with Terra Mystica, but you also paint a picture where engineers are perhaps not your most experienced race. So just sort of curious on what you think are your stronger suits. It's always fun to hear the different races of the people in my chat. And there are definitely right answers to this question, because if you say any of them, some of my chat members will love you forever. Fakirs are actually putting up an okay showing here. Their network scoring's not going to be good, and their cult scoring's not... Okay, never mind. They're not putting up a good showing at all. Their network and cult scoring both sucks, and yeah. If they know, they should be taking 9 points and a priest here. And then they can convert 3 power for a worker, and they can fly to this space. No, they can't. They could have if they sequenced it differently. Because the effectively flying here is free. Oh, they have no dwelling to put there anyway. Never mind. Yeah, so they would need like 3 workers so that they could put a mindless terraform in some spot by carpet flight. I still bet if they sequenced this differently, they probably could have made an extra carpet flight out of the deal with this priest town tile. No, I'm still not interested in losing the darn points. Get over yourself, game. Okay, Fakirs took a favor, Earth 3. Well, we're happy to see them competing on that cult, I guess. They also took a priest, so now if they are let to jam the priest in this slot, they will decrease the scores of Swarmlings and Darklings, and we want the Darklings score to go down at all costs, so we're actually glad Swarmlings push Darklings back here. Darklings are the one that's actually in contention to get us, I think. Maybe? Actually, their points are pretty comparable to Fakir. Oh, but Darklings do get 3... I don't know. I feel like we're in a really good spot here. It's gonna be tricky for someone to get us. Okay, so you've been playing 3 months. Witches are your best. That's really cool. I'm glad to have a witches expert in my chat because I actually said at the start of the stream that I think the witches are my single weakest faction relative to the results that, the average results that good players put up. Yeah, I guess I'm just happy to take this spot now. Maybe I can start rushing down the cults just to try and compete and tie Darklings here. It is point favorable to convert at least the one priest here, even if I get blocked on the other space. And the reason that's favorable for me is that 2 power is effectively a coin, so that's just swapping 1 resource for 1 at final scoring. But it's better than that because I can use the power now to make an extra trading post upgrade. Okay, your least favorable race, Nomads. Alright. Oh, they did 2 upgrades by paying an arm and a leg. That makes this work. Okay, so now they can just dig this final dwelling and then call it a pass. Sure. They are leading us on points right now, and they are still going to get 2 for the terraform and then 2 for the dwelling construction. Great, thank you, Fakirs. You have increased your score a point and dragged the Nomads down 1 point, and I love it. Darklings can't even put a priest in here to try and break me advancing past them. Because if they do, then the Darklings, they can't connect to their network. Ah, crumb, the Swarmlings did it. That wasn't actually in their interest, because advancing 1 on this cult was just as good as 2 as far as they're concerned, but, you know, whatever. Whatever. This is purely a Kingmaker decision of whether they want to give more points to me or the Darklings, but I haven't counted it, but I think we win anyway, so who cares? Let's come over to this spot. So now if I spend to upgrade a trading post, I get plus 3 points, but minus a point for final scoring resources. And then minus another point because of my bonus card. So I will actually only be going... I will actually only be going plus 1 point in order to upgrade a trading post somewhere. But, you know, whatever. 1 point is 1 point. Tautologically so. We still have a lot coming on pass. We're going to take in 18. Oh, okay, this is good. Swarmlings making sure to beat the Darklings again. Decreases their score. We can be happy about that. So we don't actually have cause to spend a priest anywhere, because it doesn't change our rating relative to anyone. Fakirs can't pass us here, and we sure can't pass anyone. And we don't have the power necessary to change ratings anywhere. So we're just going to hold on to the priest. We will do this so that we can make a trading post upgrade. And we're going to go ahead and do that here, because we know the Darklings won't want to lose that many points for power. So we still have 3 buildings on the map for network sizes. Okay, Darklings have passed already. So we know we're ahead of them on network. They have 5 on the map. Swarmlings have 4. So that's going to be at least 2 people beating Darklings, which means I think, Swarmlings still have another build available though. So, Swarmlings may be tying us, I think, which will put it at 15 and 15. Yeah, we'll each take 15 for network sizes. The Darklings will take 3. Yeah, alright. Am I gonna win? Illusion? I think so. It's been a long time since I've lost an engineer's game. Yeah, everyone else is passed, so there's nothing to do with this priest anywhere. So, okay, I guess we're done. We don't have, the only mountains are inaccessible. Yeah, okay. If we had 2 more workers, we could put down that building. And then we get all these points on pass. Alright, let's see how this scores out. Did Swarmlings actually skip on longest network? Swarmlings? Oh, they didn't connect down here. Well, that means that the Darklings actually do get to only score 6 worse than us on network. Is that enough to kingmake us into 2nd place? I think it is. That's horrifying. No, it's not. It's not. We're good. Okay, it does make the margin smaller than it should have been, but who cares? We still win. Whew, that's a relief. The reason being that if the Swarmlings had upgraded their shipping in there, then they have the power to take 2nd in network and Darklings get 3rd. So it shoves the Darklings score down more, if they play that correctly. Thanks, AP. That's really sweet of you to say that. Early shipping, early stronghold. Well, I gotta say, I am not someone who advocates early shipping always, but this game I stand by that it was correct. I'm pretty emphatic about that. Because of the way we got cut off, the way we needed to fight to stay connected, I think it was quite important. But thank you. Okay. So we did it. How much did we... Okay, rating going up. Yeah, we lost a lot of rating last time, both from me not playing great and from BGA miscalculating how my rating should be influenced by some disconnect games. Woohoo. Woo. You know, AP, I do actually use the Snellman site myself. I haven't really played any competitive games there, but the way that I use it is it allows you to create an account and then battle against yourself. And so this is how I practiced some of my weaker races, is I would just grind the first 2 turns in games with them repeatedly. Just give me a new random setup, and I'm just going to play out the first 2 turns and see how it happens, and after I grind enough openings, I can kind of figure out how to make that work for me. How does that work? Okay, let me show you, actually. Snellman, Terra Mystica. Ooh, okay, so I'm going to need to log in. Yeesh, is it going to show my password on the screen while I do this? Let's hope not. Okay, great, it's blanked out, so okay. So once you've signed in, you can go to make a new game, and then, you have to... There's an ID. I would play with all the same settings that are on BGA, because that's sort of the competitive format I'm optimizing for. So that includes all of these, not the extra round, the final scoring tile, but you do want this. I definitely don't want automatic email notifications. Then you change the game type here to private, and then what players do I want? Well, I think I would like to play with Titania, and Titania, and Titania, and also Titania. And the game lets you do this. I can make the game, and It's thinking pretty hard, but this does work, I swear. So, here it is. And I can just keep clicking next games to swap between the different perspectives of me, because all the players are me. And every time I click this, it scrolls to the next one, and I can play the game out that way. So that is how I make use of the Snellman site, both that and for statistics. I am aware that these are not super accurate to how I'm playing because the landscapes do change things considerably. Most important is that alchemists receive a massive buff relative to what these statistics would suggest. But I still use them to kind of guide my bidding as, and you know, it can tell you a lot, particularly about like how engineers fare relative to darklings can be very swingy. For instance, if I like cut out fakirs and I put in the witches, I'm sure the darklings will do way better than the engineers. It's a very bad engineers matchup. And as you can see now, the darklings averaging much higher than engineers. So yeah. Yep, these are tricks that I use with Snellman to try and up my game a little bit. Anyhow, usually we would keep streaming till 8 o'clock. Unfortunately, you know, the 55 minutes we have left, not enough time for another Terra Mystica game. So I may jump in with something else. If people have preferences, I'm happy to take those. I'm kind of set to go already with either with 7 Wonders, which I can play on Board Game Arena, or alternatively, I could go ahead and I actually have competitive Pokemon ready to go in another tab. I've historically done a lot of that. Can you jump into 7 Wonders? Absolutely. I don't know if we'll get paired up because it has a larger player base, but yes, maybe you will get to battle me, Illusion. If you do wind up battling me, I will request that you leave the chat or something, or tab out. You know, don't be a meanie that watches my stream and sees my hand. Since probably some viewers are tuning out since I'm gonna swap games for the next 45 minutes or so, I'll go ahead and say this now while we're waiting on the queue. If you like seeing Terra Mystica content, definitely consider hitting follow, and also you can, if you scroll down beneath the stream, you can see my schedule for when I do these. So I will be back with more on Thursday. So if you don't pick Arena Illusion, then we might wind up at the mercy of whatever oddities. You know, people might play with random wonders. Oh, we got in the same game. Okay, now be a nice boy and stop watching my stream for, you know, a little bit. Because I don't want you to see my hand. And I'll just trust that you're being good about that. Alright, so what am I gonna do here? Well, interestingly, usually I take Giza side A, but actually I'm gonna contemplate side B here, just because I can buy so many of this massive train of resources that I need from the other players' starting resources. It's very convenient that way. So I think I'm pretty happy about taking this. Usually that's the main obstacle to making all of these points happen, is it's a ton of resources required. Easy pick of the double card. Yeah, good luck, KP, thank you. Hope I see you next stream. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, none of these things that I'm super happy about having. But it's a little early to be wondering a card. I may just grab this in preparation for being able to take military stuff with it. And then I'll just remember that on pick number pick number 5, I need to wonder another card. So we've got one earmarked that way. Okay, let's pull in a log out there. We'll be really happy to cut in and grab some military. Doesn't really matter which one because we both have access to both of these, and this player has access to neither. So let's grab this one. We did pass away a military in that pack. It's probably vanishing to illusion on the final pick, though. So what do we want here? This is an easy clay buy. Okay, they did pay us for that. I could entertain the idea of a trading post. Let's see, we know we're going to have to wonder on the next pick, though. And I am not, so I need to wonder on the next pick. But, unless the baths have vanished already. My counting is failing me. Let's see, all the single resources are out. So this last pack should have a manufactured resource if nothing else. That's better for us than taking a trading post. So we'll go ahead and wonder here. No, that has the risk of me not being able to take Caravanserai if I open it on the next move. And I'm really not happy about that. So maybe it's okay to take the trading post. I do know I'm going to have to buy stone from this guy, likely twice. So, we'll get a trading post. That even cheapens the forum. Oh, okay, wonderful. We do have baths. I think I'm pretty happy about just building that. Do I want Marketplace? Maybe I do. Marketplace might be better because I can buy all of these symbols, and then I won't have to pay for a Caravanserai even. Whew. Okay, what do I open? I got it! Woohoo! Alright, that's mine. And now I'm set. This trading post, not so good. We would have been much happier had we wondered the card, but we didn't know. We didn't know we were opening Caravanserai. We didn't know we were getting past Marketplace. And most importantly, we didn't know we were getting paid 1 money on that exact move. This vineyard is 6 money. I don't think I have a crushing need for it. There is the worry, though, that this stone card, without it in play... Oh, no, sorry, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even need that. Okay, sign me up for baths. We're just going to take military and points here, and when we can't get them, we're going to throw cards in as wonder items. You know, we can even build this 3 clay by paying inefficiently to illusion. I'm sure he'll like getting the money given that he's set up with this sort of economy thing. Pretty happy about how this is working. Oh my goodness, forum. Yeah, that's probably gonna save us enough money to be worthwhile. And this sets us up for a lighthouse take too, at the end of the game. Here's where the military comes back to us. We absolutely take it because we wanted to defeat this player. This is very hard for anyone to take but ourselves, so we'll grab this one that other people are much better situated to use. Yep. And then we're going to start wondering cards. That's going to be our next 2 moves. So, Illusion can have some resources if he really wants. Or, well, I don't think we want to bequeath... Yeah, it's only 2 money for him to buy this science. We'll just get rid of it. And, here doesn't... Yeah, again, do we need the clay? No, we have 1, 2, 3... And stone, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Wonder it is. Alright, he did come to parity on military. That's fine. Whatever. We're happy to just keep tying this down because we are getting the most points from our wonder, and we did it pretty well for ourselves by getting the aqueduct. Philosopher's Guild looking okay. This is a nice, tasty 8, but no one else can take it for that much, so probably more enticing to jump onto one of these. In particular, the military is actually going to swing the most, so we're going to prioritize that. If we grab 2 military cards, that's effectively like plus 14 points or some monster thing. They're on other people. It's a lot. Or plus 14 on one person, plus less on another. No. It's plus 14. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do it. Oh no, but it's more because of the opportunity costs. Wow, this is the worst strategist guild I have ever seen. I don't really want any of these other cards either. So I think I'm just getting rid of things. Illusions looks like he's doing the single line science play. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out for him by removing this card. This isn't good enough for us, I don't think. And, you know, it makes Arena better too if we jam this under our Wonder. So let's go ahead and buy a Wonder Stage. Okay, what can we get here? We want the last military, no questions there. What's coming back? Lighthouse, Arena, Science, and Spies Guild. So we'll kind of count that as it goes around the cycle. This is our last pick from this pack. We'll just take the 8-point card. Okay, Lighthouse, Arena, Spies, and a Science. We'll see what this person does with that. I know I'm down on points, but I am going to win military at last, so that's some big compensation. Okay, Wonder to cards. We don't know what's disappearing. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to make predictions. Whatever's coming back is better than these, though. Like, the best one is this 4-pointer. Strategist Guild will be 3, Science is just 1. So we want to worker, let's see, Strategist is nothing to this, or 1 point to him. So we want to worker away this card. Arena came here, so we have a Lighthouse. Nope, Lighthouse got workered. Okay, then I guess that means we have this 5-point Spies Guild. That's fine. It's not as ideal, but it's something. We'll build it. And nobody else has good lasts. Illusions is worth a measly 1, and his is worth 1, 2 to discard. So I think we do pass up and win, just barely? Yes, we got it! Huzzah! Okay. Whew. Tight. Alright, so how could that have gone better? The biggest thing was actually on pick 6, where we had the option to take a trading post or 2 2-point civilian cards, and the correct answer was definitely Wonder the trading post. We built the trading post instead. Rather, I should say the winning answer was to Wonder the trading post. I don't know if that was... I still think what we did was fine at the time because we didn't know we were going to get paid a coin on that pick 6, which made all the difference as to whether we could take the card or not. GG Illusion, well played. 3 is the competitive standard for a reason. There are so many bad ways to play 7 Wonders. If you play with a lot of players, then you have no control over the scores of anyone except your adjacent neighbors. So if dude across the table beats you, all you can do is shrug your shoulders and curse God. Yes, that's another reason 3 players is more interesting, is that you can sit there and say, I know what is in that pack that's going around. And if you watch the replay video on this, that's exactly what I did. I'm counting the things as they go around the table. I know what can and can't come back to me, and it influences my picks ahead of it. So, I think it's a much more skill-intensive game in 3. Pack 3, pick 1 for, okay, pack 3, I think you're saying pick 1 for me and pick 2 for, a 1 for you and 2 for me was underwhelming. Yeah, it was pretty bad. There is a reason that I built wonder stages from that pack twice. That pack actually had one of the best cards in the 3-player version of the game, which is Strategist Guild, but that sure wasn't good this game. This game, it was terrible. Whew. Alright, what now? Let's keep it rolling. Another one. I'm gonna be excited when I get to show War of the Ring on stream. Oh goodness, it's you again. Illusion, I would not say you played badly. Let's, yeah, okay, so again, please don't stream Titania. I would appreciate you not watching my screen or listening to this. If you can even hear me saying this part. Good luck to you. But I also don't know that you're gonna get me free ELO. You played reasonably last game. Okay, Illusion's on Giza. He's gonna be taking the full Wonder Slog here. Okay, interesting start. When we see this, we gotta wonder, this can only pan out if someone goes for full science, usually. I guess it's not unilaterally true. They didn't have anything else great to take in this pack. It would be nice to wonder this here, but I can't build a wonder stage yet. Presumably the clay that's in Illusion's opening pack now in Bayard's hand will come around to me, though. As for what I want from this, I really want to throw in a clay and then build this first wonder stage. But it looks like that's not super cooperating. I don't really, You know, actually an East trading post pointing at Illusion might do fine. Illusion's gonna have to build a ton of resources this game, or he's completely screwed, because I don't need that many thanks to being Alexandria, and the Ephesius player is going on the science line. So, I think actually I'm probably okay skipping a baths and just getting the trading posts. It will set me up for the long game much more nicely. This is the last resource I really want to take. Yeah, it sucks to pass this card, but yeah, we'll see. We gotta keep in mind that junk is coming around. You know, we definitely don't want manufactured goods between our starting 1 and our rank 2 power. So, assuming this goes out to Illusion, which seems very likely, we are making a wonder with our last card of the pack round. Easy military pick. Yeah, okay. Illusion did make a wonder, so it's going to be a wonder for the final one. We can actually, thanks to our trading post, we can take military here. That's something fancy. We can take a caravanserai thanks to this power, too. So we're going to be in pretty happy shape. Hey Deluxe, nice to see you in chat. Yeah, we are, the Terra Mystica game did finish. It's just that my games have been finishing a little faster recently. I'm actually starting to play at a slightly more reasonable clip. So this is a pretty happy setup for us. We have everything we could want, except for the fact that this is very scary. Okay, we got Caravanserai, so that's even more reassurance that maybe we can beat the full science train. But we are going to need to wonder science cards aggressively, and we're going to have to hope that Illusion does the same. We don't have to wonder one of these just yet. I think it's more important for us to just bag the military. Obviously Bayard has no interest in this forum, and I think we're okay letting Illusion have it. He will have to even pay us 2 coins for it, which is a nice bonus. It helps Illusion a lot to let that come around to him, but, you know, whatever. he's the player that I think we want to have more help as opposed to this fellow who is in a scary straits. Okay, so we're gonna have tons of military and then just not need to take any for the last round. Not in good shape. Ooh, okay. Deluxe doesn't like it. Deluxe, for those who don't know in chat, is something of a 7 Wonders expert. So, if he doesn't like it, that's scary to me. Okay, I'm actually giving some consideration to Vineyard here. That would be... yeah, with a trading post, Vineyard's not terrible. And we have, yeesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7 coins? I mean, I don't think we need the military. It's probably fine to pass it to... is that true? Actually, Bayard could take it pretty happily. And we would not be happy about that. So we don't want him to be able to beat Illusion in military, so maybe the argument needs to be that we have to wonder this military card. Fortunately, that doesn't leave me with a great thing to wonder at the end of the day. It doesn't... then I want money to buy... I don't know, I think I need this Vineyard or I'm not gonna be in super great shape to buy stuff on the next stage. Okay, now he can't take the military, so it's fine, because he bought this thing. What resource do we want to kill? Both of these are actually relatively happy to kill. Just this, protractor shape is the one that Bayard has the least of. Also, school, he would have to pay money to, Illusion to purchase, whereas dispensary would be free. So we'll probably kill this one, but it's sort of an equivalent thing, honestly. We definitely don't want these, so we're just gonna go ahead and wonder one away. It's possible I can, Deluxe. I agree, it's dicey. What we don't have is points, but we don't need to take military to win. Oh no, okay. What we wanted to see was Philosopher's Guild and no Scientist's Guild, and if it had been that configuration, then we pretty much had a lay down easy win. But the reverse, where it's Scientists and not Philosophers, is just Disaster City. Like, what can we do? Nothing, really. Now we're just gonna get brutalized by Bayard, I think. It might come out less badly for us if both of them are in, but we were really hoping for Philosophers and no Scientists. That's one of the worst points of 7 Wonders, is that it has a card in it that may or may not exist in Age 3 that says, Science players never get to win, and then it has another one that says, Science players always get to win, and you just, who knows? Like, let's roll some dice and see whether they got to win or not. I know I'm exaggerating slightly, Deluxe, but even if you scale down my claim to a reasonable, a more reasonable span, it's still pretty lame that is a thing. Okay, Builder's Guild, not too bad. Well, presumably it will rack up more than its present value. And I don't think any way Philosopher's Guild is coming here. Yeah. Nope. Didn't happen. Because of course, Illusion would have taken it first if possible. Alright, so what do we want? Shipowners Guild, worth 4. Craftsman's Guild, also 4. There's 2 military cards, and we're gonna get out of pick out of this pack yet again. I guess what we want is just this 5. We don't want to take a military, especially if we're going to get jammed with military in the end position. What about here? An arena's worth 6, a lighthouse is worth 4 points, and a 5th in coins, and then a 3rd. This is worth 6 too, but we have to pay a coin for it. The difference is that Irina, this is worth 6 coins to anyone who wants it. The arena, not, and the lighthouse, not so much. So we will take this one. Here you go, Illusion, have a coin. What can we do here? I guess still just buy 6 points. This is really not going great. Yep, I do get a useless card and it sucks. It's presumed that I'm getting 2 military cards at the end here. Oh, okay. I assumed the 2 cards that would be wondered here and here were the not military ones, but I guess this is happening. This is a less than useless card. Is this good enough? Thankfully, Illusion defeated Bayard in military, so yes it is. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay. That's a nail biter. I'm with you, Deluxe. What a game. What a game. Okay. Where do we even get all those points? 68 is a very high score. I suppose we took in, it helps that we only had to buy few. Well, we really kind of took 5 resource cards that didn't pay. I think the big one is this Builder's Guild for 10. And these all being... Not having to take any military in Age 3 is a really big deal. What did I do? Well, I got a Builder's Guild that was worth 6 at the time, 5 at the time I built it, but upvalued to 10, and it seemed kind of predictable it would go up to at least 9. So here's a big thing that I did, Illusion. I didn't have to, every card I picked in Age 3 scored points in the age, and then I still got more points at the end for winning military. It was kind of a really big effect that I didn't get any dead cards, and then winning military is worth a lot of points, actually. And I didn't have to take any cards for it. I just set up in Age 2 to be winning by so much. Yeah, so, I take a 6, a 5, a 7, a 6, that's 24 points there, 34, 38, and then at the very end, I get paid, I guess, 12 more. It's so many points from the back. Yeah, I thought that was really miraculous, Illusion. Not gonna lie, I called it out there that it was pretty amazing you beat him with just your 1 starting military. This is a very efficient way to get 18 points, but its efficiency pales in comparison to you getting 6 military score out of this. Whew. Yeah, okay. GG, well played. Maybe I can do one more. And we can end in the top 150 or something. Deluxe, you had mentioned watching the VOD on the Terra Mystica match, and if you're up for that, I would recommend you do it, because it was quite it was very different from what you might expect in the opening. People took some weird placements, and it led to some amusing thinking on our feet. So I liked that. Yes, roads! I got dealt roads. I don't know how to interpret the emoji that you chose. Yay? Nay? I'm gonna go ahead and grab Lumberyard here because I got dealt the 2 resources that aren't part of my wonder and no double resources, so really, really lame starter. But the nice thing grabbing Lumberyard is that it means Babylon will probably have to pay me at some point in order to get their stage 2. The only alternative is them opening Caravanserai, which is just a 1 in 3. I guess I could take the clay thing, but it's, you know, we're looking at, decent odds. Alexandria has access to a clay here anyway. Whereas they need 2. They'll be happy to buy out for the other one early. So let's grab this. Blah. Okay. Oh my goodness, I got past this thing. Well, that's an easy pick. Sorry, stone to play the military? There is no, military card that comes from stone, illusion. The military cards come from ore and, wood and clay. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, that was an option, but I was gonna have to pay a lot of money for it, and I don't want to do that. The thing that I'm holding my money for that's very important to me is I'm planning on, if I take this, I can hold my coins and then pay 2 to buy Caravanserai on the opening move. And I think that's, you know, if you open Caravanserai and can't take it, that's like maximum sad days. Now if I get Caravanserai, I'm actually super well set up. I can buy this without using the stone. I will need someone to play the double ore, I can't get that. But Babylon kept off. Oh, well, never mind. Now if I get... See, this is actually kind of dicey. If I get dealt Caravanserai, which is a 1 in 3, and I build this ore, then I basically just win. I can do both of these without taking any of the double resources, but that's betting on a 1 in 3. Which is, not gonna happen? Let's see. Babylon player's not building this. So unless Babylon discards their final card for coins, they actually can't take a Caravanserai, but they're not passing to me, they're passing this way, and this player can. So unfortunately, they're 2 in 3 to get it, they're 1 in 3 to get it. I think I want the marketplace, just rather than taking that gamble. It's a better hedge, because then I don't have to take any of these. It'll also save me 2 coins in the world where I do open a Caravanserai, so that's something. Yep, no, blah. Okay, whatever. Well, that's gonna change priorities. Let's grab this card before anyone can worker it. And then we're gonna need the double ore card also. Oh my god, no one took it? What? Yeah, okay. Right, because he couldn't and it got handed off here. Like I said, he was 2 in 3 to get it. We can probably take a... It's really tempting to take Forum, but also, he won't want Forum. He has all 3 manufactured goods, and he won't want Forum because he has a Forum on his Wonder. So it's probably a safer bet to take this and just don't let it get Wondered. They could Wonder away the Forum, but like, nah. What we need to hope for here is Ship Owners Guild. I did get it both games, the illusion. It was a big help. Also got a double resource both games. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like 7 Wonders doesn't have a lot of luck in it, because it does. It has a lot of luck. Is this worth taking? Might be better to just grab this so I can take a Pantheon for free next stage. Because if I do pass this, if this military card makes it around to Alexandria in the final seat, I'm still gonna beat them. I'll have 5 military if I build a Wonder stage. It's probably safer to do this. Who do I want to pay? Well, this Babylon player's in bad shape. We do have some stuff. Okay, there's my forum. I got it. Now let's build some military. So Babylon players actually doing less bad now, because they got handed a science plus, they can build the stage now. So they're, okay, Alexandria did take it, and they're gonna find that it scored them nothing. So that's okay. I guess now we're more worried about beating Babylon. If we can cut the final tablet symbol, then they can only get a two row of sciences. Though that's not true. Babylon has a wild science thing. Okay, what do we want here? Strategist Guild is pretty OP if you can take it for 9. And I think that's, well, we can't. We can only get 8 off of it. So maybe the military is more important. Nah. I guess we still know that this is worth 7 no matter what the outcome. I'll take strategists. What do I want here? Crap. Well, we don't want a workers guild. Workers guild is terrible for us and awesome for them. So we could buy military, but the Haven is really good. It's a little hard to pass this up. We'll make the lighthouse better later? Let's do it. Okay, military taken here. If he takes that military card, we are defeated on military. I think that means we're just defeated on military. So we'll let him have it. Okay. Oh gosh, Babylon has access to the Spies Guild too. He's just gonna build military here, I think, to ensure that he has the win. If he doesn't, then the military cards will be here, and so he'll have to take it again. And if he doesn't do that, then we can take 2 as they come through. Okay, he didn't. So now he has to take the military card, or we are going to defeat him. Okay, this is a clean 6. This is a clean 6 also. I guess this is a 6 that the Babylon player can buy, whereas if we pass Craftsman's Guild around to him, it's nothing. So unfortunately our final wonder stage is only worth 5 points. Effectively. It could be 6 if we get the odd coin, but the military symbol's not helping. So we're probably not gonna build it. Illusion, that is correct. No card is repeated in 3 players. There are a couple cards that are very similar. Like H1 has 2 2-point civilian cards. But, they're not the same. They're like Altar and the other thing. No, there are no repeated cards at all. You're right. Ooh. This is clearly from a Zelda game, but I don't know which one. Okay, Crave Wondered a card. That was probably the military card. So I doubt that we have the capacity to win military at all anymore. So we're just gonna let him have a military card back at the end. Huzzah! Crap! I could have done it. Well now, this... Okay, this can never be profitable. It's either build wonder or build military, and it's like straight up a guess. Because if we build this, we'll be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He'll be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's only at 7. So I think we've got Eastman beat. It's probably... Yeah, okay. Let's build it. Let's hope. We did it! We won military. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, we're straight up playing the 50-50 guessing game illusion. Can we win without it? I think maybe? If we build a wonder stage and he builds a dead military card, then yeah, we actually will still beat him. So yeah, it's just a straight 50-50 guessing game, and we win if we guess right, and we guessed right. Huzzah! Check out those mad coin flipping skills. Yep, wild science. Okay, I think we might lose to the science player anyway, though. So, that's pretty sad face. Yep, we did. Sadness. Okay. Well, at least we didn't lose too much for getting in second. That is true. We did know they were holding this guild. So, I mean, the 6 points, actually, that is very good assurances for them, you're right. Whereas ours is a closer weighting. Theirs is, this is almost as good as winning military against us. No, it's not. Not even close. Yeah. Sorry, because whether they win military against us is like a 14-point swing against us, whereas this is only 6. So, yeah, knowing they have this, like, if they're being rational about it, this should not change their minds, really. Actually, it's a 15-point swing because we have a strategist guild. Sorry. That's a lot. Wow. Maybe it's hard to know what they were thinking, right? Someone who's like not just relying on whatever heuristics and has not actually thought through this game enough to count all the numbers is maybe not gonna, like, they'll see that I have an empty wonder stage and assume I'll build that. Or who knows what other heuristics they'll apply. But we don't have to do that because we are goddess gamers and god gamers. So we just, yeah, we just know what cards are in everyone's hands and play it perfect. Huzzah. So, illusion, that's, like, often true, except that, again, they're only playing for second anyway, and they can evaluate they can evaluate that it's a 15-point swing in the head-to-head. So, like, yeah, maybe that's what you usually do, but we're god gamers. We can count it, we can make the right play here. And we can know that it's a straight up 50-50 for getting second. But if someone is applying poor heuristics instead of being a genius, they might not even know they're in the 50-50. So that was actually why I chose it in the end. Yeah, it worked. Anyway, we only got second that game, but I'm pretty happy ending on that note. Because, it was an interesting bit of analysis there. Illusion, there's time. Keep watching me and you'll get there. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and break off the stream here. But I'll be back on Thursday evening with more Terra Mystica content, and we're still well on our way to 500 with more and more wins. So thanks for watching, consider following if you like this board game stuff, and I'll see you Thursday.